What's good, y'all? Back with another video. We finna be reacting now. My guy Richard Wolff. What the heck? Uh oh. I think that's Mama Bear. Okay, let me see. Is that Mama Bear? Yeah, bet. Anyways, about to be reacting to Richard Wolff. My bad, y'all. You know, like I'm me. Like if you come over to this channel, you're gonna realize I'm me. I look at my phone, I do all kind of stuff. Y'all come to my reactions, y'all gonna get a reaction. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you a real reaction, like me. I gotta give you me. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm very animated, very, very funny, you know, and I look at my phone. And like I'll get up and go get something to eat in the middle of the reaction if I'm bored. I ain't gonna hold you. But anyways, okay. Did Marxism lead to Hitler and Nazi Germany? I'm really fascinated in what Richard Wolff is gonna say about this, because I've always wondered. I don't know if you can say actually Nazi, so I'm gonna say Schnazi or whatever, right? Schnazi. Or you can't say Nazi Germany. It's written right there. But the Nazis is the National Socialist German Workers' Party. Marxism and socialism kind of walk hand in hand. There's slight differences, but they kind of walk hand in hand. But socialism is a product of Marxism, basically. So, same thing with communism. So I'm curious to know, like, what role did that play in the National Socialist German Workers' Party? So let's go and let's get us a hoot. Y'all know what to do. Subscribe. And I'm gonna look you dead. Man, you better subscribe. You watch my video and you ain't subscribing to my channel. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? You better subscribe, man. If I put these put the fish sticks on you. Let's go. Hop right into it. Hold up. There we go.
To which degree would you say Marx's ideas led to the creation of the National Socialism Party of German Workers, as the Nazi Party, the Fascist Party in the 30s and the 40s, at the head of whom was Hitler, which I just recently learned he was employee number 7 of the party, or whatever, the 7th person to have joined the party and have created one of the most consequential and powerful political parties in the history of the 20th century. What degree did Marxism ideas have to play? It is the National Socialist Party of German workers.
Right.
Workers.
Nationalistische, the Nationalsozialistische Deutsche Arbeiterpartei.
Yeah.
German Worker Party.
Worker Party.
National Socialist German Worker Party.
Yep.
So,
Well, here's the history.
did he care about the workers, or did he just use the workers as a populist message?
The only thing that Marxism did for Mr. Hitler was provide him with his stepping stone to power, but it had nothing, no other. He didn't know anything about it, didn't care anything about it, nor did the people around him. Here's the story of what happened there, which I know largely through my own family and plus my own history, the work that I did.
Actually, what he just said was pretty interesting. Hitler was number 7 of who joined the Nazi Party. That's I want to keep that mental note, because that's actually pretty interesting to know that he wasn't the first. That's actually pretty interesting to know. And it was he went to I know it was a beer hall that he started talking in. I remember it was a beer hall. Okay, so he didn't come up with does that mean, since he was the 7th member, he didn't come up with the term he didn't come up with the slogan Nazis? I'm curious. That's interesting.
The most successful socialist party in Europe was the German Party.
Okay.
It started around 1870. Marx was still alive. Some of his own family were leaders, Ferdinand Lassalle and his daughters. By the end of the century, it was the second most important party in Germany. Nobody understood it. It was almost as big a shock to the Europeans as was the Russian Revolution in 1917. Here was a political party that was now in every German city, in every German town, powerful and enjoying its rise up. That's my family is involved in this, so I really do know the story. It meant that starting around 1906, 7, 8, if you wanted to have any kind of presence in the German working class, you had to use the word socialist. You had to. Otherwise, They wouldn't pay attention.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. I didn't know that because it seemed like, but hold on, wait a minute. If that's the case, okay, hold on. He's talking about before, and now I think he's gonna talk about after. Okay, so because I'm saying like, if you had socialists connected to you, it would start a fight between the Nazis. So, in town halls and beer halls and random places, like fights would break out all the time from the communists and the socialists. And in Mein Kampf, Hitler's book, I read it. I ain't gonna lie, I read it because I wanted to see like what fascists think like. And yeah, like he didn't like socialism. That's for sure. So let's go.
The other parties call themselves Catholic. Germany is divided. The northern 2/3 is Protestant. The southern third is Catholic. Munich and Bavaria is Catholic, and every other part of Germany basically is Protestant. You could be in the Catholic Party, that's the South, or you could be in various conservative, Prussian and other. But if you wanted to have a presence in the working class, which was growing, Germany, a very powerful capitalist country, expanding like crazy at this time. Germany was the major competitor to Britain for the empire. The United States was coming up too, but it was Germany and U.S. taking over from Britain's empire. So the German working class was it. So anybody who wanted to approach the working class in whatever way had to come to terms and be friendly to socialism. Other parties did this too, just like Hitler. They put the word socialist in their party, but they wanted to make it clear that they weren't anything to do with the Soviet Union or anything to do with Marxism. So they put the word National. Nazi is the first four letters of national. National in German. N-A-Z-I is how you spell national in the German.
National Socialism, but definitely not communists.
That's right. They killed communists. They fought communists in the street. They had pitched battles. They literally threatened each other's existence. And the first people that he arrested and put in jail were not Jews and gypsies and all the other people he eventually killed. It was communists. They were the number one, and socialists right behind them. Why? Because up until he takes power, January of 1933, that's when Hitler takes power.
Right.
The last elections, two of them, in 1932, the socialists and communists to vote together, 50% of the vote in Germany. So he appealed to the German manufacturers, the German capitalists, and he said, the communists and socialists are going to win. You're just the capitalist. You have too few people. You need a mass base, and I'm the only one that can do that.
And there's just a populist message that he used.
That's right. But it was explicitly done as a deal. The ruling group said to Hindenburg, the old Prussian man who was in charge of the German government at the time, you have to invite Hitler to form a new government. Otherwise you would never have done. He had called Hitler nasty names before. The Prussian aristocracy looked down on Hitler as a little funny man with a mustache who was Austrian, wasn't even German. For them that mattered. So he comes in as the enemy, the smasher of socialism and communism, which he immediately does. Only people who don't know or care about the history pick up on the word. It's like there are people here in the United States who like to say, we are not a democracy, we are a republic.
Oh my God, I can't stand those people. I can't stand those people because you have to explain to them. I'm gonna let Richard Wolff say it. But it does seem like that. Like when you don't know the history, that's when you pick up on the whole the word, the National Socialist. Because I know they weren't socialists, but I was always curious on why the name socialism was in there. So the reason it was in there was because you had to appeal to the Socialist Party at the time because that appealed to the workers. So I guess that's what he said. I'm paraphrasing what he said. But let's go.
I'm not a banana, I'm a fruit. You have to explain to these people, a banana is good. So you have to explain to people, yes, we're a republic, but we have a commitment to democracy as a way to govern the republic, because to say you're a republic doesn't imply what kind of government you have to go through that with people, so they gotta get it.
And certain words have power beyond their actual meaning.
Facts.
That's used in communication, whether it's negative, like racist, or positive, like freedom of speech,
Or Democrat.
I like Lex. I like Lex.
And you use that to mean something.
Who knows?
Or negative. Stop being a socialist, or some whatever that means. That's not even used as any kind of philosophical or economic sense.
Okay, well that was interesting. Like, okay, so the term socialist in Nazi means nothing. It means nothing. It's irrelevant to the whole scenario. I just wanted to know. I was kind of interested in that for a long period of time, because I've done a lot. I think you guys should do some diving into it too. Dive into 1945 and see what happens, so you can get your own understanding of it. There's a good movie. It's called Hitler: The Rise of Evil, and you can watch it on YouTube. Watch the whole movie. Watch how he came to power. Watch how many people allowed him to come to power, and you might be surprised. It was definitely shocking. But anyways, adios.